Hi, hello, I'm Sleepy, and welcome to my channel. Today we're just gonna get straight into it because I'm just excited to get this video out there, honestly. So this video concept was inspired by a Drawfee video where I saw them design characters based on randomly generated magical weapons. And when I saw that video, and instantly I thought, what if I did the same thing but with magical girls? I get to design pretty ladies, and I get to challenge myself character design wise. So that's what I did. Today I have 3 randomly designed magical girls to show off to you. Let's just get straight into it. The first randomly generated prompt I received was, the character inherits a blessed bow. It is capable of healing instead of hurting. It once belonged to an ancient royal. Oh, blessed bow, I instantly thought like angel vibes, heavenly vibes, just elegant, and that's what I really tried to focus on. And the bow was so fun to design, even though I kind of rushed it, I'm not gonna lie. So originally, when I first designed this character, I tried to do something more flowy, but it just didn't really work right. And I tried to do something with a big poofy skirt, and the ideas just they weren't ideaing. And eventually, I just decided, you know what, just go with your gut, go simple. Focus on the angel vibes, focus on like elegant vibes. And when I think elegance and like this sort of etherealness, I think of ballet. So I wanted to incorporate that too. And that's why she's wearing, I forget what they're called, but ballet shoes, ballerina shoes, whatever you want to call them. And I also wanted to make sure to give her this like super long, luxurious hair. I just thought it just expanded the silhouette so much. And it made the overall design so much more complex because the overall outfit is actually pretty simple, basically like a one-piece thing with gloves. So I feel like the hair really just added to her overall just vibes. Like, oh my god, she's so ethereal, she's majestic. Another thing I really tried to incorporate was wings or feathers, bird sort of vibes. And so that's why I tried to incorporate in little small areas. Like it might be hard to see, but on her shoulder, the little thing holding up her top or connecting her top is like bird wings, like golden bird wings. And then obviously the wings on her bow, or feathers on her bow, I should say. I think if I were to go back and give these designs a second round, there's a lot I would do differently. And one of the things I would really do differently with this first design is that I would give her feathers instead of fur. I thought of doing that at first, but I really wanted to keep these first like characters like simple. I didn't want to spend too much time on each one, otherwise the video would have took like months because I have so much to do. I have commissions, I have life, so I simplified it to fur, or sort of a fur sort of texture. But if I were to go back, I would try to make these look more like feathers. So, that was a flop. But like, hey, one day maybe I could expand upon these because I feel like for each of them, except for maybe the last one, there are things that I would change. But overall, I'm really happy with this design. And I think she's just so pretty. She's so gorgeous. I love her. And I hope you guys enjoy her too. Meet Seraphina, our first magical girl. The second prompt I generated was an elemental whip that transforms into magically formed ice when its power is activated and heals instead of hurts. It is supposedly the reincarnation of a fallen monster. So, because of the last one obviously had something that healed instead of hurt, I didn't want to go that route. And for the last bit about it being reincarnated of a fallen monster, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about that when I was designing it, but I do have an idea in mind because I'm not proud of the weapon. It was just very lazy, I think. And I think this one is the one I'm least proud of. And this was actually the last one I did. And I think the reason I'm not proud of it is because it's too blue. And the idea just didn't really spark joy. And I think by this point I was just drained, and I think maybe I was going through a bit of an art block because I had a lot of commissions going on and just a lot of things to think about and I feel like it really affected this design. And I think this is one where I feel like if I went back and did a second pass, I could really do better. And in particular, with the incorporating the whole reincarnated from fallen monster thing, I think it would be really interesting if her whip resembled, or maybe was, a snake. Maybe like an albino snake, something. I just feel like that would be a better idea than just the thin line thing I ended up going with, because I just wanted to be done. But overall, I think I was inspired a lot by my southern roots, yeehaw, you know. And I thought it would be a fun idea for the icy character to be based on the South, where it's not exactly known for being the coldest place. So I tried to incorporate that, and I also saw an image on my Pinterest that I hope I'm able to find, and that like sparked something in me, which is why I decided to give her this big fluffy collar thing on her coat, and that like mermaid sort of silhouette with her dress. And I feel like I could have incorporated that better as well. Overall, this design is one I'm fine with, but it's not something I'm like writing home about. You know, it's not something that I think is like some of my best work. I feel like I could do better. But with that said, this is our second magical girl. Meet Holly. We had a bit of a low note there, but we're gonna end on a very, very high note, because this is my favorite design out of the whole batch, and I think she's the one that most gives like traditional magical girl energy. Like when you're thinking like Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, Madoka Magica, like she gives very standard magical girl, and it's not in like a bad way, but in a fun way. And I think it was really interesting to try to do something like that, because with the other two, I wanted to really steer clear. So, for the prompt, a supernatural staff that allows the wielder to commune with and be possessed by spirits and otherworldly entities, and can cut through any material with ease. It was supposedly created by dire need. This was probably the one where I had like the most like set concept in mind before I even really like drew anything. Instantly, I wanted to lean into sort of witch vibes. I wanted to really lean into the idea of her being sort of like a magical girl witch, and I wanted to incorporate cat elements because I thought lore-wise it'd be really interesting if she had a cat companion that maybe gave her powers, something like that. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll do another video where I go back to these characters, do a second run design-wise, and flesh them out lore-wise, especially if I try and make them into the same universe, because then it would be really interesting to try and figure out the rules and laws of these magical girls and their universe, even if they're not on the same team, you know. So maybe I'll do that one day. But like in the midst of this, I was thinking of lore for her, and that's how I know when I'm like really creative. I'm feeling the vibes, you know. I'm feeling the sparks, the energy when I'm creating lore for a character that I haven't even finished drawing yet. And for her, I just initially I was gonna do more pink and black, but when I like thought about it, it was giving G3 Monster High, you know, it was giving Draculaura, and Laura's cute and all, we love her, but that's not what I wanted to give. So I wanted to add more purple and those neutral colors to like balance out the pink, because I still want a pink, because I'm a pink lover and none of these other designs are pink and I need pink. And she was my saving grace. So I wanted to add pink still, but I also wanted to try not to do too much pink, you know, because it was just something about, maybe it's the outfit, I think, that was giving Dracula vibes, with it being just black and pink initially in my mind. Maybe that was why I got that sort of vibe. But yeah, overall, I'm just really, really happy with this design. I love her big freaking twin tails. I love drawing that sort of hairstyle. So this was a great, you know, thing to incorporate. I also really love what I did with her hair bows, where they're little skulls, you know, little golden skulls on top. And I love the balance between cutesy and dark. And I love this design. Like, I'm genuinely, this is just, it was great. I love it. I'm so proud of it. I will never shut up about her. Like I love it. I can't even express how much I love design. And overall, I think this was a really, really fun challenge to do. And I'd recommend other people doing it too. And I'll make sure to link the generator that I used, that I got from dropping, in the description, and maybe a pinned comment. We'll see. I don't know, it might not let me link it, but it will definitely be in the description because I really think this is a fun experiment, even if you're not doing magical girls. And I think I'll definitely come back to this another day, maybe with another person, you know, wink, 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 wink. Uh, but yeah, this is the final magical girl. Technically, the second one I did, but she's the final in the lineup. And her name is Tabitha. Okay, so that's the full lineup. We have Serafina, Holly, and Tabitha. I really hope you guys enjoyed my first video, and I hope you guys enjoyed these character designs. And if you have any thoughts, feelings, etc. on the design, and maybe suggestions for what I can do in the future, please feel free to let me know. You can also let me know any lore ideas you might have for these characters, just in case we do a little turnaround, you know, spin it back, and develop these guys a bit more in a future video. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sleepy, or Sleepy Ooze, and you can support me by liking, subscribing, sharing, or, you know, hitting me up on Twitter if you're interested in a commission. You know, I could design you a magical girl. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please let me know. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings, etc. And I hope you have a lovely, lovely day, my loves. Thank you for watching.